It is the Savage Nation. We're talking about the border crisis that was triggered by Obama and his minions on purpose. We know that he's going to delay deportations. We know that many of them are coming in with diseases. We know that there's a reason behind this. We know that mixed in with the Guatemalans and El Salvadoran children, the divine people that Nancy Pelosi can't get enough of, apparently, except in her backyard, there are Chinese nationals. There are Middle Easterners of unknown origin. There are Chinese young girls being brought in for slave labor. And you're not seeing any of this in your local useless government newspaper. We understand that. So we have a job ahead of us, but the question is, what can we do about it? The answer is everything. There used to be a bumper sticker in the 70s, when the leaders won't lead the people need to lead the leaders. Remember that? That was a liberal statement. When the leaders won't lead the people must lead the leaders. What do you think that meant? It meant that the 300 people who stood up with American flags yesterday and made those importation buses back up are leading the leaders. They're telling Pelosi, take him to your house. They're telling Obama, put him in the White House lawn. Borders don't work. Fences don't work. They worked for Israel. Israel is being decimated by suicide bombs day after day. People being blown to pieces by the Palestinians till they built a wall. And then what happened? You haven't seen any suicide bombings recently, have you? The Chinese, in historical times, built the Great Wall of China. Why? Would they want to just do a construction project for a make-work project to spend money? No, they built it to keep out the Mongol hordes. That's what the Great Wall of China was built for. That's why we have borders, to keep out people who will decimate our nation. Now we have a government that works for them. A government that works not for the people, but against the people. So you have to ask yourself, how did this happen? How did it become so upside down? Well, you look, there's hundreds of answers to this question. And I could do 20 years of shows right now, but I'm not going to do another 20 years of shows. I can only do another, 30 minutes of shows today. But my point is quite clear. The diseases we've been talking about are not made up. They're being reported by health workers who were in there. The nurse who said the lice issue was epidemic. She said she was not allowed to talk about it. She said you could see the bugs crawling through their hair. Quote, after we would rinse out their hair, the sink would be loaded with black bugs. Close quote. Shall I go on, or is that upsetting you before Labor Day, before July 4th holiday? You don't want to hear about it. You want to stick your head in the sand and call anybody who elucidates scabies, the scabies that the nurses are reporting, the tuberculosis that the Border Patrol is now testing positive for. You want me to bury that so you can feel good about yourself? Okay, I don't blame you. If you want to be another dumb American with his head in the sand and focus on a hot dog, go ahead and do it. I can't help you. But I have a job to do. The nurse said, quote, they're going to crush the system. We can't sustain this. They are overwhelming the system, and I think it's a travesty, said a health worker who was threatened with her job. Let's go to a quick caller in Las Vegas. KBET, Julie, go ahead, please. Tell us what's going on in Las Vegas.
Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for taking my call. I listen to your show every day faithfully, and I agree with everything, almost everything you say. I live in Las Vegas. I work at the hospital. It's unbelievable. I lived in San Francisco for 2 years before I moved here, and it was difficult there, working for a big corporation there.
Tell me what the Las Vegas hospitals are looking like today with the illegal aliens. Make it simple, 30 seconds or less.
They're unbelievable. We are informed on a daily basis that we